Gentlemen, welcome back to the Tiege Hanley Starting a Business, Building a Brand vlog. This one, big number 349. So wasn't last week awesome, right? It was so good going to Chicago and seeing everybody. Most of the employees and team members were not actually on camera. They weren't there for one reason or another, but it was so incredible just going and connecting again with Tiege. And every time, it's so amazing to me, honestly. Every time I go to Chicago, and going to see what we've built. And when by we, I mean you and me and Kelly and the rest of the Tiege Hanley team, because you are as much a part of this as we are. And when I go there, it's inspiring, right? To think about 6 years ago where we started and where we have come and where we've grown and the hurdles that we've overcome and the employees that we've got. Like, our team right now is like unbelievable, like A players. And that's the thing that's so awesome about kind of where we are right now. Like, it took some time, right? It always does when it comes to building a team, right? You always hear and talk and hear people talk about like building the team. Well, with Tiege Hanley, the team has been evolving, but the people that we have now are just like, it's just like kind of like next level, and it feels good, right? There hasn't always been this feeling of just togetherness and camaraderie and support like there is now. It's never been better, and everybody, I truly feel, is on the same plane and the same, we're on the same ship, going in the same direction. Everybody kind of knows what's at stake. Something else that we did is, I don't know that I mentioned this, but we converted the type of company that Tiege Hanley is from an LLC to a C Corp. And part of the reasons why we did that was to actually, give our team members, like equity in the company so that they felt like they were more a part of it, so that if we do at some point have some big like exit event, everybody's kind of taken care of and everybody has skin in the game. And so it's pretty cool, not pretty cool, it's amazing. It's amazing to see people just like embrace what we're trying to do and just work together, solving problems and rowing the ship in the right direction. And so it was awesome. It was great to be there. I wish Rob could have been there. I just spit a piece of sandwich. I just had the turkey egg white sandwich from Starbucks. I'm dating Starbucks again. In case, I think I mentioned like a long time ago that I was breaking up with Starbucks. Well, we're kind of seeing each other again. Anyway, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. Anyway, what I want to talk about right now, also before I get into this, if you have a business question, down below, start it with business question. Last week, there were not many. There were like a few that I'm going to get to in today's vlog, but this vlog is specifically designed for you, right? It's not about getting big views. It's not about, getting lots of subscribers. It's about helping. The reason why we started this vlog was to try to help people, you, potential future entrepreneurs, along your journey. And the way that we're doing that is by sharing our experience and what we've learned along the way. I've had some failures. I've had some successes. One success that I'm super pumped about. Check these out. What? These are the new Enemy 5s. They are so sick. And they may not be for everybody, but I just absolutely love them. Here, we also have them in black. They're big, right? But they're so badass. Like, when I got these and when I designed these, the whole idea was like Al Pacino in like Scarface or Donnie Brasco. They've just got a super badass, like retro inspired vibe that I love. If you want to check them out, guys, Enemy, we got some new styles. We got that try-on system program. That's pretty badass. Anyway, link below if you want to check out Enemy. This vlog, like I said, is about helping you realize your potential and just avoid some of the speed bumps that we've hit over the course of, our journey. One speed bump that you may have to face at some point is your health, right? That is the biggest speed bump. That's the one thing that money cannot buy. It's the one thing that, it doesn't matter how successful you are. If your health is not good, nothing else really matters. That is the thing that you need to protect above everything else. And so it's something I want to talk about. I recently had another test done. It's kind of like a preventative maintenance type of test. And it was not the news that I was hoping for or expecting. For those of you who've been around for a little while, I did a video about a year ago talking about getting a colonoscopy. When the actor Chadwick Boseman passed away It freaked me out. He passed away from colon cancer, and he had it for a while. And he was a young dude, right? And colon cancer is one of those things that really scares me because, like, everything's good, right? And then one day it's just not. And it's also one of the things that is easily detected at an early stage. And if you catch it early, you can do something about it, treat it, and be cool. And so I thought, you know what? I'm not necessarily 50 yet, because that I think they might have taken it back or made it a little bit younger. But 50, generally speaking, for the longest time was the age at which guys were supposed to go in and get colonoscopies unless you have a family history. But I was like, you know what? Let's do it. I think it cost me out of pocket $1,000 because it wasn't my time yet and this and that, but whatever. And they found 5 precancerous polyps when they went up and checked everything out. And I did a video about that. It wasn't something that I was planning on talking about, but I felt like if my goal on the YouTube channel, the Alpha M YouTube channel, and this vlog is to help people, then I needed to talk about it. And it's amazing the feedback and the support I've gotten from that video. I've gotten so many people that have emailed and come up to me and been like, hey, because of that video, I actually went and got mine. And this one dude had like 25 like polyps, precancerous. And he was like, you saved my life. And so that was amazing, like done, like we're good, right? And so or I should say, as a result of doing that, I asked my doctor, I said, what other tests are there? What else can I do to kind of check things out to make sure that I'm good? And he said, one of the things is a calcium score for your heart. Essentially what it is kind of like an MRI for your heart. You go in, you lay down, and it scans it. And what it is looking for is hardening or calcification in your heart and your artery, or your arteries. And you get a score. You get a score from 0, which means like no detectable blockage or buildup, to like literally like over 1,000. And my doctor said that he had one guy that was like, the score was like 2,500, and he's like, he was still alive. I'm like, oh, good. And the reason why it's critical that you handle it, or you are aware of this, because once you start getting up there, and I think the statistic was if you get a score above like 900, your risk of having a heart attack in the next 12 months is like 40%. Like, it's big, because not only are you having hardening of arteries, part of that plaque or the buildup can actually break off and get to your brain or your heart and cause you to have a stroke. And so it was one of those things where my buddy Tony, that I run with every week, who's also my business partner in Salon Posta, he was like, yo, I did it. And I'm like, cool, how was it? He goes, my score was 0, meaning there was no detectable buildup or blockage. I was like, all right. I said, cool. I'm assuming, because I'm a healthy guy, I'm honestly like the healthiest guy that I know in terms of my diet and my exercise routine and not doing drugs and drinking in excess. Like, I'm a healthy dude, right? I've always been. But when I go in and have my annual physical blood work, my cholesterol is always a little bit high, right? Now, actually, why don't I tell you the numbers? All right, so about 3 years ago, I started going in for annual checkups and physicals to have like all my blood work done. Because once again, it's about kind of knowing where you're starting from and then monitoring over, every year. And that's something that I cannot stress is like so critical and important, because a lot of times, if you just go in and you've got something that's elevated, you don't know what's happened or like where it was last year. You need a benchmark. And so go in, get a checkup, get blood work done, full like Monty, right? So my last cholesterol, my total cholesterol is 223, the number, right? And the standard range is from 100 to 199. So I'm over by like 23 or 24 points, right? But my good cholesterol my HDL is 68, right? That's high. And the range is like up to like 39, right? 39 is good. I'm 68. And that is basically, you can increase your good cholesterol by exercising and eating right. So that's great. But my bad cholesterol, or the LDL, was 146, which the range typically is like 0 to like 99. And so it's high. It's high by like, 40, almost 50, milligrams. And so I always was like, it's fine. It's high. But the good news is that my good cholesterol is high, and so it kind of counteracts each other, right? Well, I went in for this calcium score. It was super quick. Literally, it took like 5 minutes. I made an appointment, went in, and you lay in this like little partial MRI machine. They scan you, and you hold your breath and you let go, you hold your breath again, it scans and you're done, like 5 minutes. Well, the next day I got the results and I was assuming the whole time that I was like 0, right? But I wasn't. My score was not bad, it was 2.7 out of, possible like, up to 1,000 or whatever, which means it's minimal, very, very minimal. But this was a big eye-opening kind of experience for me because I'm like, okay, maybe I do need to start paying attention a little bit more to my cholesterol, because the doctor actually in the notes was like, maybe we need to put you on cholesterol medicine. I'm like, fuck no, we're not doing that yet, right? Give me a chance to actually see what happens by reducing the amount of like bad fat that I eat, whether or not it's dairy, whether or not it's red meat, like whatever. Let me see what I can do on my own, but also let me try supplementation in terms of like garlic and a few other vitamin A. There are other things, and even like soluble fiber, non-soluble fiber. Like there are things that you can do that can naturally like reduce or lower your bad cholesterol. And so I'm going to try that. I just don't want to get on medication, and I'm not at a risk level that, in my opinion, warrants that yet. But it's a wake-up call. And so I wanted to just come on and kind of tell you about this other thing that's out there to look at, right? Because a lot of people, I heard this story from this dude who's like younger than me, like 42 years old, and he was getting literally ready to go compete in an Ironman over in Hawaii, and he had this test, and they're like, yo, you got a problem. So just because you look good, just because you got abs, just because you feel good, doesn't mean that that's what's going on inside your body. And so, like I said, if you can look, I'm a firm believer of take a look, but it takes you taking action. And so I just wanted to kind of come on and tell you about the latest in my health battle, and just tell you, look, take care of yourself, because without health, it doesn't matter how rich you are, it doesn't matter how famous, it doesn't matter. Without health, nothing else matters. Something that does matter is that I got bad dirt on my lot. Oh my God. So quick little house update before I get to these business questions. So the saga continues with this lot. Not only was the pipe moved, then once we started actually like digging and testing soil, come to find out that pipe that we actually moved was an old little like stream, right? And so what they did is they piped it and then put a bunch of fill dirt on top of it. The fill dirt was crap. And so even though there was a house there at one point, there were no regulations back then. You could build on whatever. The house also fell down as it would be. And so found out that the dirt is bad because anyway, long story short, we're trying to figure out now what the best option is and most affordable option to fix it, or to solve our problem. Whether or not it's remove all the bad dirt down to good dirt, bring in new, better dirt up to the level that we're going to actually pour our foundation, or helical piers. And so it's been a pain in the ass, but it's part of the process. And, the good news is I got a really good deal on that lot when I bought it. Now with the pipe and these other things, it's not the best deal anymore, but I'm still having fun. And one thing that I did, my wife just sent me today, there's this like little community neighborhood group in Marietta. And basically, I saw somebody's like, oh, we know what's going in this lot now. And they showed a picture of, the renderings of our house and everything. And oh man, people are little whiny bitches. But I expected that. Some people were supportive, but some people were like, whatever. Anyway, what is not whatever though is your business questions, which I'm getting to now. All right, so Kadar Awad has a business question that I don't know that I'm going to be great at answering. He says, I sell my old things on eBay on the side to make extra cash. Is it better to A, offer free shipping and factor the shipping cost into the listing price, or list the item for a lower price without the shipping fee? Actually, I can't answer this. In my experience, it is better to offer free shipping than charge for shipping. People have gotten so used to and accustomed of not having shipping with Amazon Prime that we're spoiled. Now, because it's eBay and you're selling a one-off item, it may change the game. It may be that you kind of look, if there are other people selling similar items, like what are they doing? And then maybe it's a good idea to maybe be a little bit lower than them and then charge shipping. You really just got to do the math and try to figure it out. But my gut tells me that you will have a better situation if you basically bake in the cost of shipping and packaging and everything into the list price and offer free shipping. But you got to test it out. You got to try it. But, what do I have? I got a meeting in 10 minutes. Next question. Anthony Hernandez, he says, day 11 of asking for Alpha to bring P&P into Ulta, so I don't have to dread going into the store with the missus. We're not trying to be in Ulta, but Tiege Hanley, maybe. We're actually exploring a little bit more like the retail strategy. Pete and Bejo, not there, not interested in going in there at this juncture. Let's see, any other business questions? That's it for business question. Guys, you're leaving me hanging. I need to provide more value. I don't want to just talk. I'm not that interesting, but you are. Guys, if you have a business question, down below, start with business question and ask it. Next week, some Tiege Hanley updates. I believe, I'm kind of thinking that deodorant may be actually launched by next time we actually talk about this. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, but hang tight. If it is, holla freaking Luya. It's coming. Gentlemen, be ready. Go into your dashboard, and I think you can like get ready or sign up, or anyway, hit the link, your dashboard, sign in, and see what's in there in terms of deodorant. You might be able to rock it early or now, or it's ready, so do it. Gentlemen, here's the deal. We love you more than our double monk strap shoes. Next week, some updates. Next week, more of me rambling, and hopefully all things are good in terms of my health. Go get it checked, because if you can look at it, gentlemen, look at it now, because like I said, without your health, nothing else matters. You can't buy better health. You can buy better health care, but you can't do anything if you're like seriously like ill. And a lot of these things that cause us to get seriously ill, if you catch them early, you can treat them and fix them. But if you just let it go and turn a blind eye and stick your head in the sand, you can't. One other thing I just want to tell you real quick. Bosley. Have you guys seen my Bosley ads? The commercials that are running on TV? People are telling me that it's in like Top Gun, like in movie theaters and anyway. So anyway, I finally got information about how it's doing in relation to all of the other Bosley commercials they've ever run. Would it surprise you if it was the best converting ad they've ever done? It wouldn't surprise me, and it's actually going on. So I'm super excited. I love Bosley, and just the fact that I'm able to kind of like do something a little bit different and add value for the company is really exciting. But they did say that they have a new ad that they've tested with like scanning like a QR code with your phone that's even like converting like even higher. And so they want me to basically not redo the whole commercial, just the section where I'm like, hey, scan the QR code to get a free information kit, blah, blah, blah. So I'm about to do that, but I love Bosley, and I just wanted to share because you might have seen the video. I get emails and posts everywhere about, hey, I saw your Bosley ad. Why are they having you do the hair loss commercial? Anyway, we love you more than a Dub Monk Trap Shoes, and that's where I'm going to wrap things up.